All right. So, hi everyone, and today we'll take a look at how to change the entries at table levels using, SE11 or SS16 or SS16 and transactions code through the debug mode. A lot of functional consultants come up with this ask that how can we change the table entries in the um, by going to SS16 or SS16N or some other transactions code. So before I start, let me put a point here. So changing directly the table level entries is not advisable unless and until there is any specific business requirement. And before you make any changes into the table level, just cross-check very thoroughly that it should not have any dependency on other tables, or else it will bring inconsistencies. So for an example, there is a data which is staying in two tables, right? And if you change one table and do not change the other one, then it will bring inconsistency. And at the end, the program will, like, whatever the program you use, it might throw some dumps, right? So it's not yet advisable, but at the same time, as per my experience also, I have seen sometime when there is a changeover is not possible from the front end, the developer usually will go to the back end and try to change the table entry. So I'm going to show a quick example how we can do that. So let's get started here. So I have a material master. If I go and try to show that. So here's my material number called 1214, and then if I go and try to see the material data, basic data one, we have different views, right? So suppose I wanted to change this gross unit and net unit, right? The two things I wanted to change in the material master. So, and I want to do that using the debug mode in the tables. So in that case, the first thing I need to find out, where is this data getting stored, right? So if I go and do a search over here to the help button, it's essentially shows me in which table and which field this data gets stored, right? So this is my table in Mara, and there's the field name VRGEW. So if I go to the Mara table and try to search the field against this material number, I should find the table entries which should show me same thing, right? So I'll go to the Mara table right now, and I'll try to put this 1 to 1 for materials. And then you can see a lot of fields are coming up, right? So you can hide them as well. And then if I try to execute it, it should show me some basic details about the Mara general material master details. And if I move to the right side here, I can see the gross weight. It says 150 gram, right? And net weight is 0, it's right. Now let us go and try to edit that using the debug mode. So in the selection screen of the SS16N, step 1, enter /h after maintaining your input parameters, right? My input parameter is the material number that I want to pass to this table, and then hit the /h. So if you hit the /h and hit enter, you can see the debug mode is switched on. System says that, okay, anytime the debug is switched on. Now if you try to press any buttons in the screen, or if you try to execute it, it will take you to the debug mode, right? Now if I execute it, you can see now it's opening the debug mode. So here is the step 2 that you have to execute. In step 2, here in the variables, put the variable called as zd-edit. Okay, zd-edit, hit enter. Now once the variable appears, there is a pencil icon that you can see here right in the side, right? So go to click on this pencil icon. It's basically changes the field content, and the value you have to put it as x, right? It means this variable is responsible for changing the entries. Edit, it will take you to the edit mode, and the value X means yes, right? Now hit the F7. This is the step 3, hit F7. Now you can see system is taking me to the next level where I can see some of the fields are already coming in the editable format, right? It will not allow you to edit all the fields, but wherever it doesn't have a dependency, it's a single source entry. There you should be able to change it, right? So now I can go here and try to locate my gross weight and net weight here. It was 150, right? So I'll change it to some 100, and then the net weight I'll change it to suppose 90, right? And then hit the save button here. Once this is saved, you can see a pop-up comes up saying changes made, and whatever the changes you make, that shows how many rows got changed and all. Now after this changes are saved, you can go back and exit from this debug window and try to verify it. OMM 03. There you go. So here you can see the gross weight and net weight both are changed, right? Similarly, if you go to the table labels also, you should find that the changes that you made is now saved against the second field for that gross weight and net weight. There it is. So with this, you can change the table level entry, but make sure you do this exercise thoroughly and do not change the interdependable or the table entries where it has dependency. It will throw dumps. Just keep these two things in mind and you're good to go. So I'll see you in another video. Thank you.